Okay, now we're really going to get down to probably what you all been waiting for. We're going to teach you how to use the HAMSKEA Easy Level. Okay, now you've seen us use all these little tools and show you some of the different methods that people use to level their sights. You know, some of you guys might even use it. You know, guess what? We don't need any levels. We don't need any torpedo levels. I'm sure some of you use these. $100 bright sight tuner doesn't fix all your problems. Medicine stone, 250 bucks, not needed. Even this little handy little medicine stone level, which does an awful lot, doesn't get the job done. But this little easy third axis level will do everything you need to do. And we're going to start off by teaching you how to level a tournament sight first, and then we're going to go on to teaching you bow hunters how to level a pin sight up. Okay, now we're here to show you exactly what you really want to know, and that's how to level your sight using the HAMSKEA Easy Third Axis Level. Now we've got one configured here without the alignment pin and one with the alignment pin, and we'll show you what the alignment pin is for and when you need to use it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and level the tournament sight first. I've got this Toxonics double lock sight on this Matthews Apex here. We're going to go ahead and show you how to level it. Now and then we're going to go ahead and do a pin sight later on. So the first thing you need to do is level the first axis bar to the riser. Now this is not 100% important unless you want that bow to be held straight up and down. We're going to go ahead and show you how to do it. A lot of people like their bow straight up and down. Myself personally, I hold an Apex. For whatever reason, I hold it with just a slight cant, and I make adjustments to the sight to compensate for that, and we'll show you that at the end. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and level the bow to the first axis. Now there's two ways of doing this. Okay, you can take the limb pockets here, lay them up against a door jamb or the side of a wall, and then just put your HAMSKEA Easy Third Axis Level here on the first axis bar. Now wherever you attach this on the bar, make sure it's clean. Make sure there's no residue from tape or old sight tapes on there. It needs to have a nice clean surface to mate to so that you get a good reading. Okay, then we just do nothing more than just lay these two limb pockets up against the wall or the door jamb and move this first axis here. Now your first axis, if you look here, there's two screws right here that mount this bar to the block. This is your first axis adjustment on this sight. Some sights have it, some sights don't. Okay, but this one does, and it's one of the reasons I like it because it has all axes of adjustment. Okay, so we're just going to loosen these two screws here and go ahead and level this bow up. Okay. The second method I prefer is to use two easy third axis levels. Really simple. If you've got two of these, instead of using a wall, you can go ahead and take the one, put it on the riser here, find a nice flat spot on the riser, and you level it up. That tells you your bow straight up and down. We'll then take this HAMSKEA Easy Third Axis Level here, the second one we have, and we'll put it on the first axis. And that tells us what our first axis bar here is doing. Okay, so nothing more than let's level the bow up, and then let's level the first axis to it. Okay, and you want to you don't want to get them too loose here. You want to put a little bit of tension on them so that when you move it, it kind of sticks. So we'll level and I got to tighten them up just a tad bit more. You always want to check them after you finish too. So okay, we got the level on the riser straight, and we got the level on the first axis bar straight. Now let's go ahead and tighten the two first axis adjustment screws down. Okay. And we'll go ahead and take this one off with the easy third axis pin because we're going to use that later. Now our first axis is level to the riser. Okay. Second step is to level the second axis. So we'll put the HAMSKEA Easy Third Axis Level back on the first axis bar. That tells us this bar is straight up and down. Now we want the level bubble to correlate, because when we level the bubble in the scope, we want the bar straight up and down. So we just need those two bubbles to correlate. So let's check them here. And they're dead on. Now if they were off, On this particular sight, you'd loosen these two screws here, which allows the scope to tip this way, adjust it, and you're dead on. Okay? Now we have nothing more to do than third axis adjustment. That's the adjustment this way. Okay? Now, I like to go ahead and do this at static before I do it at full draw, but the most important thing, and the reason we have this alignment pin on here, is to level the bow at full draw. Because see, the bow, when you draw it back, as we explained earlier, takes a shift. A lot of bows, depending on their design, take a shift, some more than others. And you need to compensate for that and be able to measure that difference. So I like to do the third axis at static. So I'm just going to tip the bow down and measure the bow and make sure these two bubbles, the one in the HAMSKEA Easy third axis level and the one in my scope, match. Now this one is slightly off. Indicates that the bubble the scope needs to tip out this way a little bit. So we would loosen these two screws on the top here. Now some of these sights have it in the bar, the third axis adjustment, but it's the adjustment that allows you to tip this way. Okay. So we would just loosen these third axis adjustment screws.